everyone, welcome to my show, A Taste with Tamara Lee. I am your host, Tamara Lee. I am a 52-year-old model, actress, and content creator, but I love to cook. I love to create recipes in my kitchen that are healthy, nutritious, delicious, easy to make, and easy on the pocketbook. Are you interested? Let's get cooking. Well, if you are anything like me, mornings are a rush for you, and sometimes I really need a grab and go breakfast. So on today's episode, we are going to be making some breakfast biscuits featuring some turkey sausage and some eggs. Let's get cooking. 16 ounces of turkey sausage, 6 eggs, half of a cup of goat cheese, half of a cup of fat-free mozzarella cheese, 2 cups of chopped spinach, 1 roasted red pepper chopped, 1 small onion diced, 1.5 cups of almond flour, half of a cup of coconut flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. All right, to start off these amazing breakfast biscuits, we need to prepare our sausage. So I have a nonstick skillet right here. We're going to spray it with a little bit of cooking spray. And we are going to take our sausage. So this calls for about 16 ounces of sausage. And you can use a regular sausage meat if you want to. My grocery store didn't have it. So we are just going to take these and just pull the sausage out of the casing here and put it in. This one is 6 sausages. So we're going to use about 4.5 of these for this recipe. You can hear it starting to sizzle now. Amazing. Donte, are you a breakfast eater?
I love breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day.
Awesome. Well, I think you're going to like these ones, that's for sure.
Can't wait.
This in here, and then we are going to use my favorite tool in the kitchen, which is this handy dandy
Smasher.
this masher. I don't even know what the name is for it, but I love it. Get your aggression out here by making that meat. Get it all nice and sizzling here. We're not even going to add our spices here. The only thing that we're going to add is some onions. So let me get that onion. And we're going to add to that our diced onion. Now you can use whatever onion that you like. For me, I love Vidalia onions, but white onion will do. Maybe a yellow onion. And we are going to get this all together. And you're going to scramble fry this until it is thoroughly cooked, which will probably take about 7 to 10 minutes. All right, now this is smelling delicious. We have our sausage here with our onions, and it is time now to put these biscuits together. Let's go. All right, now that our ground sausage is all cooked right here and it's cooled a little bit, it's time to put together these beautiful biscuits, and I'm so excited. We are going to start with some eggs. So I have here some organic eggs. You can use whatever kind you like, but I like these. And we are going to do 6 of these into the bowl. So let's see if Tamara can do this with no shells in here. What do you think, Donte? Do you have faith in me that I'm not going to get any shells in here?
Frenching egg.
Egg cracker.
There you go.
So 3. And we have 4. 5. And we got a little shell in here. All right. Let's see. We can go 5 for 6. There we go. 6 eggs in here, and we're going to take our handy dandy whisk, and we're going to whisk these together. One thing that I really love about these breakfast biscuits, aside from the fact that they are fabulously delicious, but they are so easy to make and they freeze beautifully. You can keep these in the fridge for up to 4 days, or you can stick them in the freezer for up to a month. And I do. I package them individually, and then I can just grab them, and you can eat them cold or heat them up in the microwave. So now that we have our eggs here, and we are going to add in our vegetables. And again, here, folks, is where you can get creative. I've chosen to do some roasted red pepper and some spinach in mine, but you can put whatever you want in there. And a handy dandy easy tip, instead of buying jarred roasted red peppers, All you have to do to roast your own is take one, cut it up in half, take out the insides and put it on a baking sheet face down for 15 to 20 minutes on 400 degrees. Put a little bit of olive oil over top and peel the skin off and chop it, and this is what you got. So we are going to take this and put it in here. We're going to take our spinach. Again, if you don't like spinach, you can use kale. You can leave it out, anything. You can put raw peppers in there. We're going to mix this together. Just give that a little bit of a stir. Now we're going to add our spices. So we're going to use some oregano. Going to use about a teaspoon. And of course, I always measure with love. So we're going to sprinkle that in there. And of course, we're going to use some garlic powder. Garlic is Tamara's favorite seasoning. A nice generous amount in there. And our salt and pepper. So we're going to just, again, measure with love. Some Himalayan sea salt here. And then my pepper grinder that is still broken. So we're going to be very gentle with this. So we don't have a full peppercorns in our mix. And again, if you like a lot of pepper, throw it in there. If you don't put it in at all. All right. And now we are going to add in our flours. Now, this recipe calls for coconut flour and almond flour, so it makes these gluten-free. You can substitute for all-purpose flour if you would like. And we are going to do 1.5 cups of almond flour. Deep in the bag here. And then we're going to grab our coconut flour. We're going to do 1/2 cup of that. And we're going to mix this together. Blend this all up. These are beautiful and hearty biscuits. Just look at that color, and we haven't even finished yet. Mix that all in. And then we're going to take that reserved turkey sausage and we're going to fold that in here. We want to incorporate this really well. We want to make sure we get a little bite of everything in these biscuits. Are you hungry, Donte?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
These are also great, not only just for breakfast, but for a quick snack. I actually had some of these in the freezer and I was out running errands yesterday and I grabbed a couple and took them with me. Fabulous. And now we're going to add our baking powder. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Throw that in there. 1 and then 2. We're going to throw our cheese in there. So just about 1/2 cup of, I have this tomato basil goat cheese. You can use really whatever cheese that you like. If you like Swiss cheese, you can use that. If you like to use feta cheese, you can use that. The world is your oyster with flavors, folks. It doesn't need to be that complicated when cooking. And same with some mozzarella. We're going to do about 1/2 cup of that. Mix that in, and I'm going to roll up my sleeves.
It's getting serious now.
It's getting serious. You know how much I love to play with my food. Together, we want to incorporate all of that beautiful mixture together. All right, that's ready to go. And now let's form these into biscuits. All right, now we have our biscuit mixture all over my counter, but it is ready to go. So now we're going to put these bad boys together. So we're going to take some parchment paper and our cookie sheet. And here is a nice little handy dandy tip about getting your parchment paper to stay on your sheet. Give it a little crimple crumple. And look at that. Sits perfectly on there. So we're going to take, you can use a cookie scoop, you can use a measuring cup. I like to put these in about 1/4 cup mixture, and we are going to just form them into our hands, and we want to make them just like biscuits. Going to put them down there, little patties. If you find the mixture is sticking to your hands, you can just wet your hands a little bit. This recipe is going to make about 16 biscuits, and each serving is 2. So, and with each serving of these biscuits, you're going to get about 30 grams of protein, which is fabulous. Line these up nice on our cookie sheet. 4. Fantastic. I'm starving. I cannot wait for these. And they smell so good already. All right, so we have our biscuits all done and ready here. And we're going to just top each one with a tiny little bit of mozzarella cheese. We're going to throw that on there. You can use regular skim, or I like to use fat-free on mine. The one thing about fat-free cheese is if you don't rinse it, it doesn't melt overly well. But your regular one will. So we're just literally going to top this with just a tiny little bit of mozzarella cheese. You can never have too much cheese, right, Donte?
I'm a cheese guy.
Me too.
It should be a package for cheese.
Nothing better than cheese. And this is ready to go. So now we are going to put these in a preheated 400-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Our biscuits have been in the oven for 15 minutes now, maybe 17 minutes. And it's time to take them out. I'm so excited. Donte, how do they smell?
They smell delicious. Look
Woo,
at that.
woo,
Oh
woo,
my
woo.
gosh.
Look at these.
It looks so good.
All right, we are going to let these cool for just 5 minutes, and then we're going to get to Tamara's favorite part of the show, which is Tamara's taste test. All right, well, our biscuits have cooled here, and it is time for my favorite part, the taste test. Ready? These are so good. That sausage flavor, the roasted red peppers, and that goat cheese. Absolutely delicious. You're definitely going to want to try this. Now, make sure, folks, that you are following along, like, subscribe, and make sure you're tuning into me every week for new episodes of A Taste with Tamara Lee. I will catch you on the flip side. Stay blessed, everyone.